Someone needs assistance.
This is Barbara, the deaconess of the church. She is here to retrieve the holy lyre de Hamil.
May the Animo Archon protect you. I'm not really in a position to speak compared to our acting Grand Master, but I still want to thank you all on behalf of all of Mondstadt for your assistance. Fortunately, everything was resolved peacefully. I can't imagine how an all-out war between the military and the dragon would have ended.
Now the Fatui have no choice but to keep their mouths shut. They must be annoyed that things didn't turn out as planned for them. This time, they even lost their best excuse to pressure the Knights of Favonius. Diplomatically speaking, they gained nothing, and on the contrary, simply proved just how vexatious they can be.
Sounds like quite the story. So, we cannot ask you to keep defending the lyre forever. The Seneschal has been pressing me for a while now.
We, did bring it with us. It's a little...
Oh, don't worry. I'm not here to collect rent. The church has always received special funding. The Holy Lyre! Lord Barbados! Even if I atone for these sins for the rest of my life, it would still not be enough!
Oh, give it here.
How could this Holy Lyre, but how?
Huh? Let Paimon see!
No. I don't know how you managed to fix it, but you'll never touch the lyre again!
We, really should get going. That trick I used to repair the Holy Lyre. I mean, the magic I used isn't going to hold forever, you know. What? You tone-deaf Bard! Hey, don't go!
At last, Mondstadt's rodent ruler in the flesh. Scurrying through the streets looking for leftovers? Mondstadt calls this a god?
Resident rodent beats invasive vermin.
Don't you dare speak back to me, insolent bard. Absentee Archon of Mondstadt. How impotent you've become.
That smirk you wear looks out of place. Did you steal it from your master's face?
Should have held your tongue. So, this is a gnosis. Wouldn't be caught dead wearing this ugly thing in public.
Beauty is a waste when the beholder has no taste.
Venti!
Well, we have what we came here for. Come, before our dear Favonian friends arrive. Leave nothing for them to find.
Honorary Knight, you're awake! wouldn't say he's alright, exactly. I found you lying unconscious outside the cathedral and used my elemental powers to heal you. That bard awakened first, but strangely, my healing powers had almost no effect on him. This is the first time I've encountered such a patient, but he just said, "It's completely normal," and then got up and left the cathedral.
He left? Already? Where'd he go?
The symbol of Mondstadt's hero. That's what he said. I wanted to stop him, but Jean, I mean, Master Jean, said to let him leave.
Paimon remembers Venti healing under that tree before. It's probably due to the connection between Windrise and the Animal Archon. Master Jean has figured it out as well, but we can't tell Barbara.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. I said the exact same thing last time. So you noticed. This isn't something I'm meant to discuss with ordinary people. But I suppose I can let you in on the secret. As you know, visions are external magical foci that only a small minority of people possess. They use these visions to channel elemental power. In truth, every wielder of a vision is one who can attain godhood and ascend to Celestia. We call such people allogenes.
Allogenes? Paimon's never heard of them before.
That's because this is a secret that only Archons are privy to. We don't need primitive tools like visions. Instead, each Archon has an internal magical focus that resonates directly with Celestia itself, known as a gnosis. It's just a glowing glass ball I carry around to avoid suspicion.
So who was that nasty woman who sent Paimon flying and stole your gnosis?
Her name is Signora, number 8 of the Harbingers. She and the rest of the Harbingers have been given godlike executive authority by the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya, and with it, strength surpassing that of other mortals.
The Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya? Isn't that...
Indeed. She is one of the 7. The Tsaritsa who reigns from the Zepelyarny Palace, and the one person that the Fatui Harbingers all answer to. The 7 don't always get along well, but still. I never thought that she would plot to steal another Archon's gnosis. How should I put this? 500 years ago, I knew her well. But I can't... You see, A certain catastrophe happened 500 years ago, and after that, she cut off all ties with me. But we can save discussion of the Cryo Archon and the Fatui for another day. If you seek the rest of the Seven, many difficulties lie ahead of you still. You should head for Mondstadt's neighboring nation of Liyue. The Geo Archon who reigns there, unlike me, administrates his entire region personally. He only descends once every year to give his divine predictions, which set the direction for Liyue for the rest of that year.
Even so, it sounds like he works much harder than a certain someone.
In any case, this year's Rite of Descension is soon to begin. If you miss it, you'll just have to wait another year.
What? Oh, why didn't you tell us before? Well, then bye! We're going!
One moment, Windborn Outlander. Yep. Traveler, as you set off on your journey once again, you must remember that the journey itself has meaning. The birds of Tevat, the songs in the cities, the Tsaritsa, her Fatui and the monsters, they are all part of your journey. The destination is not everything. So before you reach the end, keep your eyes open. Great. So that's that for the Animo Archon's admonishments. Back to Venti time. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb. As I said before, vision wielders are known as allogenes and may ascend to Celestia. A gnosis is a higher-order nexus of elemental manipulation and is emblematic of an Archon's status as one of the Seven. But as for which of the Seven took your sister, I'm sorry, I don't know. Wait, as one of the Seven, I'm not clear of suspicion yet either, am I? We're a great team indeed. Say, once you find your sister, how would you like to become one of the new Four Winds?
You don't seem too into it. Hey, Tone Deaf Bard! If being one of the Four Winds means free food, you can consider Paimon.
If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a up till the end. Dvalin remembered his duty as one of the Four Winds. As such, I don't intend to forcibly strip him of that duty and force my ideals of freedom onto him. I just hope that Dvalin will be able to choose for himself and understand what freedom is. Before I became an Archon, I too was taught the meaning of freedom in this way by a friend. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single. Kaya shared some new intelligence, you say? Oh, I see. So, the Abyss Order has a princess who orchestrated the plan to corrupt Dvalin? They were probably trying to turn Dvalin into a weapon of war for the Abyss. But that said, I have never heard of any such princess of the Abyss Order. I think so too. Apparently. But how does a princess come out of nowhere and take command over the entire Abyss Order? If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb. Well then, best be off to Liyue. If the dissension ritual you failed to tally, then another year you must dally. If you want to chat, now's the time. Well then, best be off to...
La da 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 da.
Whoa, that doesn't sound very...
Whoa! This is way too many books! Considering this library organizing job is classified as a premium commission, I'm on key mentally prepared, you know? But seeing it in person is something else.
Why, if it isn't Cutie and Paimon? What brings you back to Mondstadt? Let me guess. You missed me so much you just had to come visit. Is that it? You've become quite the flatterer since we last saw each other, haven't you?
Found you! We were starting to think you weren't clocking in today.
Well, I wasn't planning to. But then, Catherine mentioned someone had finally accepted an important commission for the library. So I came to check on things. Might you both be here for that very commission by any chance? Ah, music to my ears. Now, as you can see, a certain anonymous benefactor has donated a large amount of books to us. Imagine my surprise when a glance down the book list revealed that each one would be an entirely new addition to our collection. There are books of all different kinds, including quite a few that are banned. Troublesome, I know. So this wasn't an odd job I could trust to just anyone. And sorting them myself? My, what a headache that would be. It would take ages. All that to say, I'm very relieved to see you here. I would treat you to some tea, of course, but looking at the state of this place, perhaps another time, yes?
Don't worry, just leave the commission to us.
You're as sweet as ever, Paimon. Well then.
Finally! We made it to the last stack! What even are some of these books? A Hilichurl's Guide to Running for Your Life? Do Hilichurls even read? Oh, and Basics of Whopper Flower Cultivation. Who'd grow one of those, anyway? And what's this one? The Little Witch's Dictionary? Huh. That title's kind of suspicious. And didn't we already sort this area? Did you notice it earlier? Huh. Well, witches always make Paimon think of, you know...
Yoo-hoo! Looking for me?
Alice? How did you get in here?
You must not have noticed, Paimon. I wasn't the one who barged in at all. When you opened that dictionary, you entered a mage's domain.
What? Ugh. Paimon knew that book had issues.
Have you ever read the storybook, The Little Witch and the Undying Fire, by any chance? No matter. At least in name, this book was written as a dictionary for the other one. The actual contents of the two aren't related at all, though.
Ugh. That explanation makes things even more confusing.
Oh dear. Where should I begin? You know the promise the Hexen Circle made to Varka at the Tripartite Conference, yes? Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to the nation? Well, waiting around for danger to descend upon the land isn't exactly our style. Rather than a scenario where we jump in and save the day out of nowhere, it makes more sense to lay the groundwork over time. That's how Em put it. Besides, who knows when such a crisis could occur? It could be in the next life, or even tomorrow. Preparation is crucial. So, I gathered the mages together to write this dictionary. Of course, it had to be under the guise of being related to that storybook. Otherwise, I would never have been able to get them in one place. Well, we looked into Barbie's scryglass and came up with a series of tasks tailor-made for the people of Mondstadt. They're all in this dictionary. Striving toward a common goal, overcoming obstacles alongside trusted companions, becoming better versions of ourselves. That is the best defense against what dangers could lie ahead.
Oh, you make it sound like something bad is actually about to happen.
Now, I never said that. But still, we are talking about trusted companions here, Paimon. And when we speak of a person who could be considered a friend to all in Mondstadt, I'm afraid the pool of options consists of but one.
Wait, the huge book donation? That was just an excuse to get us here, wasn't it? We had to spend ages sorting through them, you know.
Oh dear, I never could have imagined you would need to go to such trouble.
Uh-huh. Sure you didn't.
Well, this is an important book. I couldn't just bring it into Tevat without taking any precautions. Much better to hide it in plain sight, you see. That's why I donated all those other books to the library. Besides, it's not like this is a bad thing. Just think of it as an excuse to reunite with old friends. And as a favor to your dear Aunt Alice.
Okay. If the goal is to help the people of Mondstadt, then we're in. We'll take the dictionary. And the next time we run into our friends, we'll pass your tasks and stuff along, okay?
Wonderful. Then I'll let you get to it. Have fun!
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
Oh, you finished sorting already? That went much faster than I expected. Now then, what would you like in return, cutie? You freed up my whole afternoon helping me with that. How about we spend it together? Oh, that's all? Well, don't worry. I won't forget. Ah, so you noticed too. Such strange names. And not to mention, this is the largest library in Northern Tevat. And I didn't recognize a single title on the list. I just don't see how that's possible. Unless...
Actually, we just ran into...
Trouble, I presume? I think I'll steer clear if it's all the same to you. Besides, if a book exists in this world, then there's a place for them in this library. Better for them to remain here than end up in the hands of someone more... suspect. Anyway, here's your payment. Thanks again for all the help.
Please be quiet.
I, Fischl, Prinzessin der Verhurtelung, descend upon this land by the call of fate and... Oh.
Nice to meet you. My name is Xiangling. I'm a chef from Liyue. My favorite place is the chicken. I mean, the kitchen. Oh, I practice so hard, but I still get nervous when introducing myself.
Let the magic begin!
Everything's ready. Let's go. Hello. Nice...
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl...
Hello. May the animal...
Outrider Amber, reporting.
Behold, the Prinzessin der Verhurtelung.
Let's dance.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Star Snatch Cliff is known for its heroes. The neighboring nation of Liyue has the most prosperous commercial port in all of Tibet.
Greetings. I am Timaeus, researcher of alchemy. Welcome to Mondstadt. Alchemy is a craft that has been passed down since ancient times, but it is barely understood in the present. Its mechanisms are magical and mysterious, completely unlike the principles that shape our understanding of the physical world. If we can get the hang of this, we should be able to create some pretty awesome stuff.
This must be your alchemist's workbench.
That's right. Why not give it a go yourself? You'll be fine. The procedure's actually very simple. If you're interested, I could show you the basics.
Cool!
All we are really doing is following the methods of the ancients as best we can. Much as one who uses a wind glider needs not understand how it was built in order to glide. The difference with alchemy is that every time I think I finally understand how it's supposed to work, something totally unexpected happens.
Hey! You shall have no other Paimon before this Paimon!
Unfortunately, my skills are not that advanced. There's a lot of other mysterious recipes I have to research first. Over the course of your adventures, you should come across some alchemist notes from ancient civilizations. And as your adventure rank increases, more recipes will become available to you.
Why are you so obsessed with other Paimons? Do I no longer satisfy your primordial needs?
You two are a fascinating pair, I must say. Well, see you next time. May the wind bring you good fortune on your path ahead.
this crane secure is crucial.
I call dibs.
Howdy. Please, get straight on in.
Let me guess where you're from.
Ugh, too salty.
Let me guess where you're from.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Gloves off! Let's get it on!
Leave it all to me. I must leave no stone unturned. Steady as stone. I'll catch up. Leave it all to me. Steady as stone. I'll catch up. Ooh, wonderful.
As a good knight should. Leave it all to me. Someone needs assistance. I must leave no stone unturned. Ooh, wonderful. Definitely off here. Look at all that spooky smoke around the ley line deposit over there. Could that... Looks like the Millelith have set up camp to deal with this. There's soldiers and fortifications everywhere. Yeah, let's fight side by side with the Millelith and send those monsters packing. Just like a...
Halt, you two. There's danger up ahead. I'll have to ask you to turn back. No, wait. I think I recognize you. Are you Sergeant Traveler?
Sergeant? What the heck? Have you been doing night shifts in the Millelith while Paimon's asleep?
I'm Feng Jin, leader of this Millelith platoon. Staff Officer Su Ding has mentioned you before and had nothing but praise for your extraordinary talents. Our reports also list you as an honorary knight in the Knights of Favonius, granted captain-level authority in times of crisis. Therefore, it seems only appropriate to address you as Sergeant. But now that introductions are out of the way, let's get back to business. Please, come with me. We should meet with Lady Yuheng.
Wait, Keqing's here too? Huh. This situation must be more complicated than we thought. So much for solving this with one quick fight.
Lady Yuheng, as you predicted, the Traveler and his second-in-command are here to see you.
Good work, Feng Jin. It's been a while, you two. I see you're still chasing danger. The news has barely gone out, and here you are, first at the front line as ever. Let me start by giving you a brief background of the situation.
For many years, this ley line deposit has been very stable. However, for reasons we've not yet determined, it recently became unusually active, which has led to an alarming surge in monster attacks. Worse still, eliminating the monsters seems to have no effect. The ley line disturbance remains, and anyone who comes into contact with it is transported to a strange domain. This is—
Yikes! That's really weird. So, somehow, this ley line deposit is turned into a sort of teleport waypoint? And shouldn't you guys be calling for more backup? There's no way a camp this size can withstand an otherworldly invasion.
Please don't worry, Paimon. Our defenses are as stable as can be, and all units are elite officers who have served in the Guili Plains. With their experience, each one of them is easily worth 100 troops. Still, the longer this garrison stays up, the more costly it will be. If we don't find the source of the ley line disturbance soon, we run the risk of depleted resources and troop fatigue. Military action should be taken with precision and prudence. Every attack has to count. A passive defense is always a losing strategy.
That makes a lot of sense. Sitting around and waiting for the enemy to attack sounds like it would really suck.
Yes, which is why Yelan has taken a team to infiltrate and investigate the domain. They should be back in a few hours with the intel we need.
A few hours? I'm sorry. I would have taken my time if I'd known the Lady Yuheng wanted to catch up with the Traveler in private.
Why'd you have to sneak up on us like that, Yelan?
You're back early. I'm guessing things didn't go according to plan.
Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that we now have a rough idea of what's going on. In short, this anomaly is a vestige of a past ley line disturbance. By examining on-site samples and cross-checking them against our war records, I was able to confirm that the ley lines are currently reenacting major historical battles inside the domain. This likely explains the monsters that managed to slip out too. Sound familiar? Thought it might. My sources tell me that Mondstadt has experienced a similar phenomenon in the recent past. Fortunately, the situation never spiraled out of control, thanks to a relentless effort by a certain honorary knight and Dark Knight hero to keep the monsters at bay. This eventually depleted all the information stored in the ley line, after which it returned to normal. Basically, they waged a war of attrition and won.
Well, that explains why the ley line deposit is bright red. There was one just like it back then, too. Big and red and plump. Huh, like a juicy apple ripe for the picking.
I see what you're doing. Making light of the situation signals to the person trying to hire you that if they want you to take things seriously, they need to make you a serious offer. But don't worry, we won't disappoint you on that front.
You're starting to lose Paimon a little.
And the bad news, Yelan? Give it to us straight.
Sure. As you've already noticed, this ley line disturbance differs from previous cases, in that defeating the monsters here in the outside world will not suffice. So unless we target the deepest recesses of this domain and defeat all the monsters lurking within, this battle could drag on forever. To complicate things further, there seems to be a strange set of rules at play in the domain. While we were inside, my team and I started to notice that something was working against us, forbidding us from reaching the core. Things went smoothly at first. We were collecting and analyzing items without too much trouble. But once we pushed deeper, the team was overcome with a sudden sense of weakness. They could no longer fight at full strength. Meanwhile, the monsters only got stronger. Some of them even showed traits we've never observed before. It got pretty dicey at points. My verdict is, we need to find someone highly resistant to ley line interference who can look into the domain's rules undisturbed. If they let a squad inside, They could figure out how to navigate the environment, then strike at the heart of the domain and quell this ley line disturbance once and for all.
So to summarize, we have two options. The first is to strengthen our defenses, keep fending off the monster attacks, and hope the disturbance dies down in due course. Option 2 is to send the Traveler inside the domain with a team of troops to eliminate the disturbance at the source. Understood. I'll prepare for both courses of action. I'll need to contact Ningguang and request additional funding for our defenses. At the same time, I'll reach out to the Kayang to discuss manpower. We need to get our troops on rotation as soon as possible.
Hey, isn't this the part where you're supposed to tell us to get out there and give them what for?
Sorry, but peacekeeping in Liyue is a duty that belongs to the Millelith and the Qixing. It's my role as commander to keep my officers from taking on unnecessary risks. Plus, I don't want you taking this on all by yourself, for reasons both professional and personal. So if you don't want to get involved, I won't force you. I'll simply treat this like a long-term training exercise for the Millelith, with several platoons working in rotation to eliminate each wave of monsters. Meanwhile, I'll have scouts keep up the intelligence-gathering work inside the domain. Once we understand it sufficiently well, we can put a strike team together to head in and neutralize the threat. Of course, if you do wish to participate, you'll have my full support and the entire garrison at your disposal. And once the ley line disturbance has been brought under control, I will review your record and compensate you accordingly.
Paimon too! Whichever way you cut it, we can't sit this one out. We're allies of Liyue. We're the best adventurer duo around, and we're friends of Keqing and Yelan. Plus, we don't need to worry about being shortchanged. Keqing and Yelan will definitely make it worth their time.
That looks like determination to me. I like what I see. All right, here's how we're going to do this. Yelan, tell your team to prepare for another trip into the domain, this time with the Traveler joining them.
Not so fast. I need some time to think this through. The situation at the site is in constant fluctuation, so we can't just go rushing in. We have to time it just right. Traveler, take this time to rest up and assemble your A-team. Be ready for anything. This will be a fiercer battle than most.